Okay. So before we start, anybody have any questions on any of the things I've been talking about or demonstrating? Okay. Yeah, don't forget, if you have questions, write it down, email me, send it to me or something. Yeah, and I can try and answer it as best as I can. Somebody on the mainland was asking me for some information, and I came across an old video I created maybe 2 years ago. So talking about Sung, right, relaxing, and I was talking about how using the sitting, doing the seated Tai Chi, can really help to understand and practice Sung. And at that time, I was talking about Peng. Uh, Hard to explain Peng, but these are different kinds of energies. And I had to tell her, I've developed and grown since then too. So I really have to look at those old videos and see if see if that information is still valid or makes sense because of the way I understand things now today. Okay. One thing I've been really practicing more and more, and I did the Yang style form yesterday at work for a little while, but slowly I've been talking about expanding the palms. Let me get a little closer. We'll talk about this. So I've been talking about stretching, opening the hands, opening the palms, and not letting them collapse, not smashing the fingers together. But the first part is just naturally open the hands, and when your palms are naturally open, right, the fingers, unless you have some kind of issue, the fingers just naturally separate. So to bring the fingers together like this takes energy, right? This is not relaxed, right? So you just shake out your hand and just naturally open your palm, right? Each finger stretches out. So that's the first basic part. And when we practice it, right? When we develop this, you see in the kung fu movies, or sometimes even the priest, really straight, really flat and straight. If you watched and remember the David Carradine kung fu TV show, right? They would show this really flat palm. Okay? So that's a yes and no, because if you're stretching the fingers, right, expanding and stretching the fingers, and everything's going to go straight, but it's still not smashed together like this. That's not good. Okay. As you develop this helps to pull and stretch. When we talk about the Sung and opening and loosening the joints and stretching the ligaments and tendons, that's what we're doing here. If I drop my hand, I create that angle, this seated wrist, and that stretches the bottom, and that stretches here, right? These two channels, the triple burner and the pericardium line. So in the Sun set, we do that, but while you're stretching, you're trying to relax, right? Relax everything. So I've been emphasizing opening the palm and stretching, and the last few weeks I've been talking about when you open the palm and we're doing the form, especially during the set, imagine you have a cable that's pulling and pulling each finger, and that cable is attached up into the sky if we're pointing up, and it's just pulling. So the tip of each finger just is stretching. You can feel that pull, and imagine that pull. And as you're doing that, right, you'll have this tension come out because it's pulling, but it can't be that locked, stiff tension. And while you're developing this, you have to remember, like, oh, Sung. So it's pulling and stretching, but let go. While it's pulling and stretching, let go, let go, let go, let go, let go. Yeah? So if you're just holding posture, it's a little easier to relax and let go and remind yourself, because you're just going in one direction. But if you're moving, when we do the set and we're moving, and if we're doing standing and we're stepping, you have to take your time and almost pause so that you can remind yourself, oh, relax and let go, because the natural inclination will be to carry that stretching and that stiffness that can occur through the rest of your body. Okay, so that's another reason for slow practice, to give you time to make the adjustments and to study the movements and such. But it's an interesting practice to just keep your hands open and feel each finger stretching, and trying to imagine it's only coming from the fingertip pulling. If the hand is pointing down, then those cables are running into the earth, and same thing. No matter what direction the palm is, whether it's going that way or up or down. So sometimes just try and do that almost the entire practice, right? It feels different. It develops you differently. You know, you don't have to do it all the time, but just holding that stretch and not letting it go, not going 1 minute and stopping, 1 minute stopping, but trying to just hold that stretch and relax. And every time you relax, you can feel that expansion come out. So that's kind of my emphasis in these last few weeks. Keep that palm open, keep the fingertips stretched, and let everything go in between. Just have to lighten up everything in between the tip of the middle finger and the shoulder blade. And then emphasize the smile, right? Coming from the heart. That's the other thing I've been talking about, projecting from the heart. So starting with that little sun in the chest. It's fed by the sun in the sky. So I refer to it as a sun Qigong. And you always do it for yourself first. Right? It's warming up, getting yourself going, and then you project that out. So you can project that heart energy out through the shoulders and the arms and the palms, both hands, whatever palm is forward, and then you can connect that with somebody else's heart if you want to. Right? And that's real simple, easy healing to do, and you just imagine that they're absorbing that energy, that smiling energy, or you can imagine they're doing the same thing you're doing, right? So you connect your heart energy with that person's heart energy, and it's a just nice, simple healing. Okay? And then part of that is always remember you're channeling. So that's the importance of connecting the sun in the sky to the sun in your heart and letting that radiate out. Okay? And then that energy can be general, or you can imagine like a little flame just gently going to specific parts of your body wherever you need it. Right? It could just be cleaning it out, maintaining. You could send it up to the eyes and just stare straight ahead, just stare. And imagine that energy is just coming out through your eyes and cleaning out the cornea and the iris and making your eyes bright, bright, bright. Right? It could be cleaning out the heart, right? Each valve, each part of the heart, or the lungs, the liver, the gallbladder, the stomach, the spleen, any part of your body. Right? You could send it into your nervous system, so you could maybe send it up into the head and imagine the whole head just slowly glowing, and it's as you're reaching each different part of your brain, and then you start sending it down your spine, right? Through the nervous system, through the nerves, and then it branches out through your whole body. So no one prescribed way to do it, right? Whatever appeals to you, whatever speaks to you, you can just experiment with that. And relax. Always remember, just relax in between. If it gets too intense, just stop, walk around, and come back to it later. Right? From there, the phenomena might be warmth, might be vibrating, might be shaking. If you practice a lot, like every day or even several times a week, but you're really on this journey to develop that, you might have energy just shooting through your body. So, and those kind of, just like a lightning bolt, yeah. Those kind of things happen. That's just natural. That's just energy. You might see like colored dots, like LED lights. And sometimes when I'm treating people, I see a little blue LED light. That always happens with me. When I ask somebody, they just said, "Oh, you seem deep into the person." And sometimes if I have my hands on the person's head, right, and I'm treating them, and I'm just doing general sending energy, And I asked them, oh, did you see or feel anything? They just kind of stoned a little bit. And they might say, wow, I just saw flashing lights, like little fireworks show or something. That's just energy in there. Sometimes you see like steam coming out. You can just see this little wavy white clouds coming up. Yeah, that's all energy and things being released in the body. Okay, so anyway, going back, that emphasis right now of stretching, learning to stretch and open the palms and separate the fingers and pulling those cables, pulling up, and then reminding yourself while you're doing that, relax. Yeah? And it doesn't have to be flat, right? It can be, but it can also be more open and rounded, right? So from here, more of a rounded where you kind of palm in a large bubble, a large soap bubble. Yeah. Okay. Oh, sorry, I lost my side computer. Oh my goodness. Never ends. I should experiment. I have all these old computers. I should experiment with another one for the side one. I had that on all morning. It didn't restart. It didn't shut down until just now. Okay, but I think my front computer is okay. Like I told you, those of you who were here last week, I discovered my power cable was loose on my computer. And I'm really happy that's all it was. So much easier to fix a loose cable than try to troubleshoot all the software things. All right, I'll come back to this one as it comes on. I'll just take some time to turn it back on and get that side camera going. Okay. All right, extend the legs. Yeah, legs down. Sit forward in the chair in class. Some of the students, their the distance from the seat to the ground and their legs, right? They're saying, oh, but my legs can't touch the ground, but actually they were pulling their legs up. So as they sat a little bit more forward and relaxed, and then just let the legs drop, right? So the hip can open. Then if you looked at their feet, right, their feet could touch the ground. So check to see, are you pulling your legs up and creating this tension, or are you opening up the hips and allowing the legs to fall on the ground? Okay. So extend. So try this. Just extend the legs. Yeah, let the feet or just be on the heels, so the toes are up, the feet are up, and just sit up straight. You have to sit more forward, and you just leave the legs there. Right? Pay attention to what are you doing in the legs. Are you pulling them up so the knees actually come up, or are you just allowing them to fall? And then are you trying to expand, right? Or are you fighting? Are you fighting that? Okay, so like I said, so a lot of times we sit on something high, the legs are dangling, and then these areas, right, these muscles get tired. They shouldn't. We think, why are they getting tired? My legs are just resting, right? They're not supporting me. It's because we're creating this tension, this automatic tension. We've taught ourselves that that's not comfortable. So you have to practice allowing the legs to fall. Okay, so as we do this initial warm-up, just leave the legs like that, not down on the ground, but just let them extend right on the heels and give the joints a chance, everything to fall and open up. Okay, let's see. Hopefully this doesn't shut. If it shuts down again, I'm just going to let it go. It's so many times it seems like it has to shut down once. Oh, so irritating. Okay, sit up straight. Okay. So imagine pulling back of center, right? Just a thin one strand of hair. So I could feel myself pulling the legs up. So I have to consciously remind myself, let the legs fall. Right, as you're being pulled up just behind center, the giddy, you can feel it the neck straightening up. You can feel it pulling on the spine. The head swivels so the chin comes down a little bit, and then I have to relax and expand the hip. I can feel myself wanting to pull my legs up, right? Fighting this stretch. So I have to allow my legs down and to expand. Okay? And then hands come up. You breathe in, start expanding the palms and the fingers. They don't have to be super stretched out right now, but just open. Right? As we warm up, we're just looking for that nice gentle expansion. Breathing in and out, imagining we're reaching way up into the sky, constantly being aware, our hips relaxed and open so the legs can fall and sink into the earth. Imagining as we're gathering, we're flowing and collecting and flowing that energy through the top of the head, through the body. Just breathing naturally, exhaling. We exhale, it's like purging. Imagine we're collecting clean energy as we breathe in, and we're washing our body with it. And as you exhale, all that exhaust, all the rust, and all the disease, anything just excess from the body, and we let the earth clean it up. We let the environment clean it up for us. Breathe in from the earth, pulling. Even though our legs aren't touching the ground, we're still pulling up through the bottom of the feet. There's still a connection. And so breathing in, if you're pulling the energy up, you can feel how your legs want to naturally sink and flow into the earth. Start focusing the chi in the bones. You're flowing the chi up through every bone of your body, stimulating the bone marrow, through the spine, the shoulders, the arms, the skull, coming back down the center of the body. Just tell yourself you're stimulating every bone. Just tell yourself you're moving the blood and the chi through every bone of your body, the smallest bones through the largest bones, that it's flowing through the joints, cleaning out in between the bones. One more time, breathing in and out. Come up from the side, keep your shoulder blades down, breathing in and out, and in and out. Look over your palms far away. Just have the intent of looking way out into the distance. You can imagine you're staring at the horizon, or you're staring at the top of the mountain, the tip of the mountain. Drop your shoulders, scooping down, fill up the whole body. And just drenching the whole body and squeezing all that chi and energy and blood out of your body. And then slowly relax, everything flows back in. And then focus in the bones as you're squeezing all the blood and chi through every bone of your body. Twisting, squeezing. And then slowly let go so it rushes back in. And then focus on the joints, on the ligaments and tendons. Twisting, wrapping, squeezing the blood and chi through the ligaments and tendons, every one of your body. And slowly let go so everything rushes and flows back in. Bring everything back to center. So listen to what this feels like. Oh, my joints over here, I'm so tight in my hips. They feel a little bit tired. I can feel it, that they want to pull and retract back in. So I have to consciously relax my whole hip area, right? The hip pelvic area, so that the legs can fall. I have to be aware that, oh, my knees are pulling up, so to drop them down, let my knees fall. So to hold your legs like that while you're doing this exercise, you don't just have to hold there and count, like, oh, how many seconds, right? That's a killer. But if you hold your legs while you're doing something, then you're not aware of the counting. You don't focus on that. You just have to remind yourself, relax and let go. Yeah. So yeah, oh, this feels a little tired for me right now because I'm so tight. Those muscles are pulling. Right? So it sounds easy, right? Oh, just let everything fall. But in reality, I have so much tension up here. It's pulling. It wants to come back. So just doing that, right, and allowing that stretch to happen, right, it is a form of massage in a way. It's a form of stretching, and it reveals to you all that tension, right? That if you're trying to let the limbs just fall and let the joints open, they'll reveal any tension that the muscles are actually contracting and pulling. Right? So you can feel, oh, I better go and stretch those areas out. I better pay attention to what does it feel like during the day and all the time. Okay. All right. Bring the feet back, gently resting on the ground, and allow yourself to reset. Make sure the throat is open. The chest is open, relaxed. The lower belly is expanding. You can feel that air dropping and sinking down when you do that. You want to breathe naturally, so when you open your mouth and open your throat, the air just flows down into your lower belly. The lower belly just expands. You want to keep the hips open and loose. Let everything light, right? Letting go. Turning the palms forward. Dropping the shoulders and bending the elbows. And opening the palms. Now is the time you want to start stretching from the fingertips so it starts pulling. And now is the time you think of those cables attached to the fingers. You have to release all the tension in your body as your fingertips are being stretched and pulled into the earth, or up to the sky, or out to the horizon. Take a deep breath. Let it all out. Take a second deep breath. Let it all out. Take a third deep breath. Let it all out. Breathe naturally, breathe normally. And when you're ready, on the inhale, start picking up your arms and reaching and extending, and feel those cables attached to your fingers through the whole movement. But relaxing every other part of your body. And exhale, lift the sternum and down. Just letting the head fall. Even as the palm falls, those cables are still attached, stretching and pulling your fingertips, stretching and pulling the fingers through the whole movement. And you have to relax every other part of your body, even inside of your palm and inside of your fingers, so the fingers can expand to its fullest. Drop your shoulder blades. Feel the arms extending forward, and sinking down, and as you exhale, tilt the sternum up. And as you feel that fullness in your whole body start to come down. And don't let go of that pull in the palm throughout the whole movement. Okay, number 2, still holding that stretch with your palms and fingers. Height of the face, breathing in and turning. And as you exhale, the bottom hand comes up through the elbow. And it's interesting, if you're pulling and stretching the palm and the fingertips, that can actually help you to let go of the tension in other parts of your body. Because you're putting so much focus into one part of your body. follow the palm, follow the upper palm until you're slowly looking through the palm at the horizon, at the mountaintop, or looking through the fingers. Relax the shoulder. Feet are still sinking into the earth. Each time you try and turn a little bit more. Last one. Then we'll come back to center, come back to the throat. Bring the center of the palms, height of the throat, sternum up. Nice open throat. Imagine no restrictions in your voice, your expression, written, artwork, music, whatever your expression is. No restrictions in how you express yourself or what you're expressing. And down. Keep the fingertips open and expanded. So as we move to the shoulder blades, keep the fingertips expanded, stretching. Just breathe naturally. Squeeze the shoulder blade together. Oh, Susie, I forgot to mention, I did send an invitation out to Tai Chi for Health instructor on the mainland. So once in a while, you may see another name pop out, Deborah Pell Yaffe. I don't know if she'll ever actually be able to join us, but just in case you see a name that's just totally new, do one side. Keep those palms stretched, but the wrist is relaxed. Even the center of the palm is relaxed. Just the fingertips are stretching. Push that shoulder blade out, forward. Then come forward 3 times. And feel that stretch and that squeeze under the shoulder blade. The bottom of the feet are still sinking and gently pressing into the earth. The very bottom of the foot is relaxed. And the fingertips are stretching, expanding the fingers. Finish the move and relax and do the other side. Let the waist turn, let the head turn. And then forward, front to back 3 times. Listen to what's going on inside of the shoulder blades. And put your mind inside of your shoulder blade, under the shoulder blade. And relax every other part of the body so you can follow that movement. All the way down, finish the movement. And 2 sides, back to front, squeeze the shoulder blades. Just turning the palms and then front to back. Pull the shoulder blades forward, turning the palms out. And all the way down. And relax. So as we do these circles, keep the fingers expanded. They don't have to be quite so stretched. And just when we do one, just shake out the shoulder blades. And it's like making windmills. You can feel it circling right around the elbow. And then slow it down. And then start stretching the fingertips, allowing the fingers to open as much as they can while relaxing all the joints. And then breathe in and out. Just the fingers expanded and stretching. Elbows are down during the whole movement. Breathe in and out. Loosen the shoulder joints. Just stretching the fingertips and the feet expanding into the earth. And slowly turn the waist, but reaching straight forward and looking straight forward. That means the neck has to turn. Right? The neck has to be loose to look straight forward and allow the waist and the spine to turn. Tell yourself to relax the shoulder. Keep the fingers stretched and expanded, but relax the shoulder, relax the elbow, relax the wrist, just the fingertip. Breathing in and out. One more time. And coming down, releasing that tension, but keeping the fingertips expanded. Okay. Warming up the spine, hold the ball. Right. And this is where we really can plug in the fingers into the sky and the earth. Right. Keep the elbows bent. The elbows in front of the body. You can feel it stretching the shoulder blades. And then pull those cables. Those cables are attached into the sky, pulling the fingertips and attached into the ground, pulling fingertips so the fingers are stretching, but relax and let go of everything in between. No tension, no resistance. Drop the shoulders and breathe. Nice deep breath. Relax the chest, relax the throat. Just feel the lower belly expanding with the breath and relaxing with the exhale. Take a deep breath and expand. And exhale when you're ready. Bring the elbow straight down. The other palm comes straight up so you wash through the forearm. Even though the fingertips are stretched, everything in between is relaxed. Feel the shoulder blades pulling and stretching out. They're being pulled by those cables attached to the fingertips. Let the legs expand and sink into the earth. Take a deep breath and expand. Exhale when you're ready. Right, as the palms switch direction, those cables are still pulling and pulling. Breathing in. Let the wrist straighten out. Finish the breath. Move at your own speed, your own pace. Listen to your body. Exhaling. The palms pass in front of the heart. You start breathing in. If you need to just pause and take a second breath, just pause and take a second breath. Right? Don't force it too much. Just put your mind inside of your spine. Feel it stretching, expanding. Feel all the joints opening, and then everything falls back into place. And then it stretches and it twists the other way a little bit. Feel those cables pulling on the fingertips, stretching and opening the fingers, and relax all the joints so they can expand. Turn the palm and do the spirals. So drop the elbow and turn the waist. And notice how large the palms are. Turn, 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 lift and fall right above each other in a tight spiral, but allow the shoulders to open, breathing in. Feel the shoulder blades expand. And then exhale as you come back to center. Turn the body. Breathe in, lift and fall. And then exhale, release all the tension in the shoulders and whole body. And then breathe in and out. Follow, follow, follow. Follow what we're doing. Allow the twist to come out and then relax. It releases in the spine, even though the fingertips are still stretching though. The hips are expanded and pushing out. Relax the neck. Do one more spiral. Let the body turn. Come back to center in front of the heart. Tilt the sternum up. Let everything go except for those fingertips stretching and pulling. Look straight ahead. Smile. That little sun in the chest. Smile into yourself till that inner smile comes out. And slowly project your heart outwards, feeling it expand. See if you can notice that little ticklish feeling right around the sternum. Turn the palms up and down, drop the shoulders, drop the elbows, relax. Continue to turn and breathe in. Continue to keep the palms stretched and expanded. And exhale and release. And then feel the muscles grabbing the spine, pulling the spine in the other direction. That initiates the turn. The turn comes from pulling the spine, turning the spine. Right? A lot of people just stop at saying turn the waist, but I want you to take it that step further and feel and starting to turn the spine. Just imagine the spine is being pulling and twisting in one direction, and then it releases. And then you grab the spine with the muscles right on the side of the spine, the paraspinals, and you pull and twist in the other direction. And then it lets go, right? And the spine bounces back to center. Last time. Come back to solar plex. Relax all the joints, but keep the palms expanded. 3 times, smiling, inner smile, that little sun in the chest, warm and cool, being fed by the sun in the sky. And just imagine that little sun glowing and radiating and putting out energy. When you're done, come forward just a little bit, feel that fullness. And right where you feel that fullness, come down. That's just the door and the wind. 1. And give your body time to relax, and then press both feet into the ground. And if you're watching my palms, I'm not letting go of that fingers. It might not pull quite as much, but it's still pulling and stretching. But I have to relax the shoulders and elbows. Okay, sink one leg, one hip into the earth so the other leg can release, and then switch, press straight down, and then sink into the hip. Rest the legs, right? No intent to press into the earth. And slowly pull the chi up. Now the palms have to be a little bit more flexible. They're still stretched and expanded, but now you're pulling the chi up from the earth and guiding it back down. All the way down. Looking straight ahead. Release the shoulders. Release the joints as you pull the chi up. See if you can feel your feet sinking into the earth. And see if you can feel that release as you pump the chi back into the earth. One more time. Right? The legs are just resting. Breathing in. See if you can feel the legs sinking a little, and then releasing. Okay, press both feet into the earth. Press, press, press. And then sink into one hip, left or right. As the other heel releases, pick it up with the movement. And step forward. And press that leg into the earth and sink into that hip so the back leg can release. And pick up the knee as high as you comfortably can. Release the shoulder joints. Keep the palms open and stretched, maybe a little bit more rounded. Take your time. You're putting a lot of focus into the joint, deep into the hip joint. If you can Put 100% into one hip joint, the other leg will just release. Right? And it'll just float up when you intend to pick it up. And keep the palms open and expanded. Don't lose that stretch. But letting go of the tension in the shoulders, the elbow, the wrist, even in between the fingers, all the finger joints, all the tension is released, just being stretched by those cables. One more time. Step out. Relax the upper body. Come back to center, hold the ball. Bring the ball just below your belly button, deep into your body. The one open and close. Drop one knee. Just let it drop to one side and turn the opposite direction, palms flat to the side, and turn your waist and slide your hands straight to the front, push your fingertips straight to the front. And then come back to center, bring the leg back, drop the other leg and turn the other way. Slide your hands and turn the waist, turn the body. Open up the hip pelvic joint. Come back to center. Take a step. Come back. Take another small step to open up the hip joint a little bit more. You don't have to lean, just turn the body. And then bring it back and take a bigger step. And just slowly expanding, opening up the hip joint, turning, and bring it back. Again, take a bigger step. Remember to only do what's comfortable. Slowly release. Don't shock the muscles. And if you want, you can go all the way back. So nice big stretch and then slowly let go. Listen to the body. And then come back to a smaller movement. And notice I'm looking straight ahead. And then come back to center. Loose fist. So instead of open palm now, it's a loose fist but expanded. Okay? Press both feet into the earth. Feel the bottom of the feet relax but touching, and then switch to only one side. Sink into one hip. So one leg can pick up, opposite hand, and heel and fist straight out in the center. Stretch, push the knee down, stretch the back of the leg, and then lift. Relax the upper body, feel it suspended from above. Relax the bottom of the standing foot. So heel first, press the knee down, stretch the back of the leg, and then lift. This time, heel, press the knee down, and then pump the foot and feel the leg expanding, and then lift. And resist the temptation to hunch or overlift. Just try to keep the upper body consistent. And I can feel myself tightening. I want to sink my body down to compensate. I have to force my upper body to be stretched and expanded. And I'm going to turn my body, grab the spine, and so it twists in one direction. You do one more like that each side. The standing leg, the bottom of the feet is relaxed, but you can feel the whole floor or whatever you're standing on. Don't let the spine collapse. Don't let the shoulders lift. Come back to center. Relaxed. Sink into one leg, hold the ball right in front of the heart. Yeah, every time we do this, this is a reminder. Little sun in the chest, inner smile, right? Projecting, expanding that energy. Sink one leg into the ground, sink into the hip joint, okay, and finish the warm-up for the ankles. Slowly expanding the fingertips again, so reattaching those cables. But sinking deep into that hip joint, so this leg should just float. Relax the upper body, relax the shoulders. Switch to the other side when you're ready. And just take your time, sink the shoulders down, elbows down. Just take your time stretching and flexing the ankles up and down. Listening to this leg. Right? The hip should be expanded. Should be sinking a little bit heavy, but the very bottom of the foot is relaxed. Okay, switch when you're ready, small toe, big toe. Okay. Relax the hip joints so it can expand and swivel. So not just stretching and warming up the ankle, but continuing to warm up the knee and warm up the hip joint. Every other joint in your body is relaxed and loose so it can respond to any movement. Okay. Okay, loosen it up. Now shake it all out of your upper body. Now loosen up your hands. Yeah. Shake it out. Pull the heel up. Stretch the bottom of your feet. Pull, pull, pull. Stretch your toes. So while we're doing the movement, just expanding. Right? If I told you, okay, we're just going to practice expanding the fingers like that, it would feel so long. But to try and do it while we're doing the movement, right? That really helps. You can do it longer. Yeah, so you let that go, and so those cables are pulling. We're trying to open those joints up, and you have to relax the joints. So when we're done, it should feel different. Right? Get that nice stretch. We don't hold that kind of stretch. And that kind of stretching is really what's called myofascial stretching. Right? We're just holding and applying this nice stretch for a long time and allowing energy to run through the muscle tissue. And the mindset is we're not stretching the muscle, we're stretching the fascia. The fascia is that network, that connective tissue that surrounds the muscle and goes through the muscle. You took a large muscle, and if you got rid of all the muscle tissue and only the fascia was left, it would kind of look like a very loose loofah, that kind of thing, just webby and going all the way through it. So the idea is that it's the fascia that's getting tight and sticky, and the fascia gets tight, it's smashing the muscles. So if you're getting the massage, you don't care, right? They're massaging the muscles of the fascia. But if you're the therapist, it just changes a little bit of how you treat the body. And if you're stretching like this, it changes a little bit of thinking, what am I really stretching? So you have to listen to the body and where the intent is, right? That's where that energy is going to go. So it sounds like, would it make a difference? But if it makes a small little difference to think I'm stretching the muscle versus all that connective tissue inside so that the muscle can release. Okay, from there. All right, shake everything out. Loosen everything up. Wow, that took more time than I thought to do that and hold that. Oh, lost her again. Okay, so shake everything out, let everything reset. Yeah, and kind of take some time to see how your body is feeling from doing stretches like this and holding it and trying to hold these postures. And there's so much tension we carry in our bodies all the time. But to stretch like that, it really reveals, like, I know my upper body is Oh, it's so tight all the time. When we we don't do shopping like before, but just that window shopping, and I would carry her bag, and I would think, this wasn't that long ago, before the pandemic, but I'd be carrying the purse or the bag, and like, wow, after 5-10 minutes, it just would lock, right? Because if this level is unbearable, most of us are living just below that level, right? So we don't feel it. We think we have a lot of capacity, but actually we don't. We're living right underneath that stress point. So 1 ounce takes us to that stress point, right? 1 pound, wow, everything starts locking up. So we have to take time to stretch and shake everything up and listen to our body. Where's the tension? Yeah, and address it. Right? Take care of yourself. Take a hot bath. Um, Go find a jacuzzi, a hot tub, a spa. Go get a massage. Just treat yourself to it. Get relaxed. Yeah. Okay, hands up. And extend the legs, shake the body out. Even seated, we can extend and shake and loosen everything up. And then slowly reset. So while we do the set, while we run the set, again, go back to the palms and stretching. Drop the shoulders, let everything go, and just allow the fingertips to stretch and elbows down, a little smaller frame. Take a deep breath. Let it all out. Tip of the tongue on the roof of your mouth. Suspend it from above. Take a second deep breath. Feel the lower belly expanding, not the chest. Let it all out. Take a third deep breath. Let it all out. You breathe normally. The chin is down a little bit as the head is pulling, gently pulling from above, opening up the neck. Shoulders are relaxed, hips are relaxed. Slowly start expanding the fingers. Slowly attach those cables so the fingertips are being pulled and stretched into the earth, deep into the earth. But relax the shoulders, the elbows, the wrists, the finger joints as happening. Relax the breathing, open the throat. Gently allow the legs to fall into the earth, expanding the hip joint. Then when you're ready, commencement, you just begin by breathing in and picking up the ball. Stretching the fingertips, being pulled by those cables, but relaxing the shoulders, the elbows. Bring it to the heart. Number 2, rolling. Just gently stretching, expanding the fingertips. And everything else loose and relax, letting the legs go, letting the hips go. Smiling from inside. Expanding the heart energy. Turn to your right, press and open. Raise the palms. Single whip. Keep on turning while the right hand drops. Cloud hands, one soul. Look at the palm, height of the face. The hand starts moving before you finish, and the hand is moving while you're transitioning. Feel every finger expanding and stretching while the shoulders and the elbows let go. One more time. Relax. Relax the waist so the body can turn 45 degrees. Come back to center. Hold the ball. Turn a little bit to the left as you spiral the palms back. Right into an open and close. Notice how low my palms are, height of my heart. Right? Turn to your left. Turn and press and open. Height of the face. Single whip right here and then keep on turning while the left palm drops. Allow yourself to turn 45 degrees. If the wrist and the palm are getting tired, just relax them a little bit, but keep them open. Feel the spine being pulled and twisted in each direction. It releases, starts springing back, and then you grab the spine and pull and twist in the other direction. And it releases, it starts to spring back, and then you pull and twist the spine. Come back to center. Turn a little bit to the right as you spiral back, right into an open and close. Brushing the knee the right side, so turn to the right and slide the right palm up, and then the palm drops. And you stretch and tap with the middle finger, tap the heart, and then cradle the heart, expand and smile into the other person's heart. Keep on turning. The palms turn center, and then 45 degrees to the right. The left hand slides up. Hu pipa. Hold the pipa. Hold the Chinese flute. Then twist left. Then parry right, parry left. Let the palms vibrate. Even though they're stretched, you can still vibrate the palms and fingertips a little bit. Flip the left hand over. Keep on turning until it's wrist over wrist outside of the knee. Breathe in and start to grab. And when you exhale, squeeze the fist and turn, allowing the right fist to rise in the center. And then center, open, release, rolling back. Gather, compress below the belly button in the center of your body. And exhale and lift. Release the wrist, keep the fingers stretched, release the shoulders, do one open and close, and then we brush knee on the left side. Turn and slide the left hand up so it's right on the side of your face, breathing in, exhale, fingertip to the heart, drop the palm and lift the sternum, and then keep on turning to the right as the palms turn center. And then turn the waist and slide so the right palm slides up, left palm slides back. And twist to the right, the left palm goes up the elbow. Parry left, parry right. Allow the palms to vibrate a little bit. Washing through the arm. Turn back and flip the right hand over, like flipping over a pancake. Keep on turning until it's outside of the knee. Breathe in and start to grab. Exhale. And turn and let the left fist rise to the throat. And then release back to the center, wrist on wrist. Rolling back. Fingers still stretched, expanded, gather. Exhale, lift the sternum. Still feeling those cables pulling on the fingertips. One open and close. We're going to repeat the brush knee on the left side, followed by leisurely tying the coat. Okay, so just turn to the left and slide the left palm up, breathing in. Drop the palm, tap with the fingers, lift the sternum, leisurely tying the coat, fold to the left. The right hand comes in, then circles up, both palms in the center. Turn the waist back to the center, drop the elbows, wipe straight down until the left fingertip connects the wrist. Drop the shoulders and elbows. Lift right up in the center, under the chin, close to the body. Drop the elbows. Push and extend the palm out, turning the waist to the left. Big spiral to the right. Let the whole body swivel. Loosen up the spine. Come to the heart. Swivel the palms to the front and release right into an open and close. Repeat on the right side. Breathe in. Oh, I'm sorry, right side. Breathe in and out. Lift the sternum. Fold into the right. Left hand circles up. Turn the body. Turn back to the front, palms flat. Turn the body to the right. Rotating on the fingertip. Drop the elbow. Come right under the chin and extend. Turn the body to the right and spiral left. Turn the palm back. Drop the shoulders and elbows. Swivel the palms front and release right into an open and close. Fist under elbow. So I'm going to turn to your right. Come out and open. Start dropping your right hand as you open. Turn your waist. The bottom hand grabs a fist and you turn back, drop the elbow. And keep on turning until fist under elbow. Breathing in. And as you exhale, turn your waist to the left so the fist pushes out and naturally starts to rise. And then release the fist so it opens. And fold at the elbow and turn to the right. Drop the left arm. Repulse monkey. Brushing the left knee. Lift the sternum. Keep on turning. Palms fold to the center. Right hand washes and flushes down the arm. Tap the heart. Expand heart energy. Keep on turning. Flushing, washing down. Breathing in. Tap the heart, followed by that heart energy. Connect to the other person's heart. Leisurely time the coat. Fold into the right. Left hand circles up. Turn back to the front. Palms turn. Drop the elbows. Sweeping down. Connecting the fingertips. Lift. Close to the body. Tuck the elbows. Extend. Stretch the fingertips. Big spiral. Loosen the spine. Double palm. Release. Last section. Fist under elbow. Turn to your left. Turn and open. Drop the left hand. Turn the waist until the left hand is in the center. And turn back. The left hand grabs a fist. Tuck the arms in so that you can have fist under elbow. Your body is facing to the left. Breathe in. As you exhale, turn the waist. Grab the spine. Push the left hand up. It rises, it opens, and it folds. Breathe in. The fingertip taps the heart. Right? And then expand your heart energy outwards. Keep on turning. Breathe in, fingertip taps the heart, and then expand your heart energy outwards. Keep on turning. Last time. Exhale. Leisurely time the coat. Holding that heart energy out with your right palm. Turn the body. Drop the shoulders and elbows, rising, lifting, turn. Big spiral. Feel the shoulder blades opening up. Loosen the spine. Drop the shoulders and palms down to the heart. And then release. Closing. Lift the sternum, breathing in. As the palms push, you can feel just where they open up, everything connects right there. Slowly let your arms fall. Then the elbows open. Then the wrist opens. Still stretching, expanding into the earth. Slowly release that tension. Right? Slowly release those cables. Press one leg into the earth. Sink into the hip. So you can bring back one leg, the opposite leg, and then switch. Slowly let everything go. Bring the hands up. Breathing in. Right? Just lightly expanding the palm and fingers now. And let all the tension go. You just want to gather and flow that energy through the body. Loosen up any tension, knots recreated, any blockages recreated. Right? That happens a lot in our training. We focus so hard on one side, we don't realize we're tensing and locking something else. So at the end, let everything go. This also helps to let go of that energy. Loosen up. Remember, your body has only so much capacity to hold more energy. So even though we can be cultivating 1,000 pounds of energy, but if your body only has capacity for 1 pound, right, you cannot hold on to that 1,000 pounds. You're going to burst. You're actually going to damage your body. So we can run that energy through us during the practice, but at the end, let go. Just shake it all out. Don't hang on to it. Right? Yeah, it's like a sponge, right? If you have a small sponge, you dip it in water. When you pick it up, all that excess water just drips out. Right? If you try and force that water into that small little sponge, that sponge is going to explode. So, as you train, your capacity gets larger. Like the sponge gets larger. And then as you change, you might say, oh, the sponge doesn't look larger, but it has more capacity, right? The quality of it changes. So yeah, shake everything out. Shake everything out. Stand up a little bit before we take a break and shake everything out. We're stretching so much in the fingers, right? Just shake everything out. Bounce up and down a little bit. Loosen up all the joints. Yeah. Swing the arms, right? Just like that warm up. Just let everything go. Feel the shoulders loose, flopping. Yeah. And do the cupping. Normally we don't do all of this, but because I was emphasizing this expansion, so much expansion, we want to make sure that we didn't lock everything up. Loosen it up. All right, so we'll take a 5 to 10 minute break. You can open up your microphones and talk stir if you want, and then we'll come back. Yeah, just loosen up. Yeah. Shake your hands, open and close. Shake it out, open and close. Move all your joints around.